everybody! My name's UkeKooki and welcome to Yoga Bear! So this is another furry game called Yoga Bear by High Tea. And it has a sequel too. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time and get on with the story. So here we go! Let's play Yoga Bear! I've fallen in love with someone I don't even know. I have no idea what to do about it. A few days earlier... I'm stuck! This is going nowhere! I leaned back from the monitor and rubbed my eyes. I've been working on this commission for a few days now. It's a bunch of marketing art for an unreleased mobile game. I'm supposed to send the client sketches by midnight. This is a real big gig for me, but both financially and career-wise. It's what I've been aiming for all my adult life. I felt an investment in the commissions I did previously. They were just things I did to pay the bills. If I failed one, it meant I'd eat cup noodles for a day or two. No big deal. But this one is make it or break it. If I don't convince the client, I'll never hear from them again. However, if they're happy with my work, not only will I get a respectable compensation, I'll have an actual reference. I'll be able to show other prospective clients that I'm not just some random doodler on the internet, but a reliable professional. The pressure is killing me. I'll sketch something. Decide it's not good enough. Delete it. My skin feels electric. I tend to experience emotion as a physical sensations. Electric skin means frustration. Sketch, delete, sketch, delete. These hands are cursed. Everything looks like shit. I get up and stretch a little. I close my eyes and focus on my breathing. The client liked my portfolio enough to take a risk on me. The assignment is not the most complicated thing I've done. I should be able to do this. I just need to relax, get in the zone. I pick up my green pencil. They feel real. They make me feel real. Maybe it's the wood they're both made out of. I find touching natural material soothing. I part the windows curtains and look outside. I wish I lived in some beautiful historic town or out in the wilderness. But I don't. I live in a gray suburb full of grass and concrete apartment blocks. The one opposite to me is fairly new. The balconies are encased in clear glass, zero privacy. I look for something interesting to draw. There's a lot of stuff on the balconies, but I feel like I won't get any inspiration out of drawing cardboard boxes, rattan chairs, and old bicycles. There's a guy having a smoke. I start sketching him, but he finishes before I do. A pair of kids running around, spraying each other with water pistols. There's no way I can draw something moving that fast. Two women are sharing a bottle of wine while watching something on a tablet. They seem like a couple to me, but I'm probably just projecting my own fantasies. It's rare to see openly gay people in this neighborhood. Hold on! Hand on thigh! Could it be? They kiss! Yes, theory confirmed! Although, now I feel like a voyeur spying on their date like this. I avert my gaze, but I'm sure there's a dozen or so senior citizens still intently watching. My eyes land on the balcony opposite to my window. There's a bear with a man bun, in what I assume is a yoga position. Oh! It's all curves and fun to draw. He changes position. I keep drawing. I'm reminded of live drawing classes and how much I used to enjoy it. I forget. Holy crap! Repeat! Oh, the trauma! The trauma! I forget time. I forget the room around me. I forget the client and the commission. I forget the pressure and the anxiety. Only drawing remains. By the time he's done with the yoga, I'm feeling completely relaxed. I put down the sketchbook and get back to my computer. I am an artist. I can do this! The next day. Thick, strong arms around me. Hot, steady breath on the back of my neck. I can't see him, but I know it's Yoga Bear. I feel warm, safe, happy. I wake up. There's no bear in my bed, yet the feeling of safety and comfort lingers. I feel fully rested, so weightless, I'm almost buoyant. I haven't slept this well in ages. I check my phone. The client says they received the files and will send me feedback later today. The tone seems neutral, no clues as to whether they like my sketches or not. Normally this will give me extreme anxiety. Not today though. I take a shower, brush my teeth. Still no reply. I find myself leaning against the window frame, staring at Yoga Bear's balcony. He's not there. I usually have no appetite in the morning and just skip breakfast. Today I'm ravenous! I make a sandwich and some black coffee. Do tomatoes always taste this good? Phone. No new messages. I drink a second cup of coffee by the window. Oh, the anxiety! I open it to let in the fresh air. Smells great! Did it rain during the night? He's not there. The bear. How annoying! Wait, why do I care? My phone chimes. It's a client! They like my sketches but request a number of changes. I tell them I'll have the revised sketches done by tomorrow morning. I get to work. Lunchtime arrives. I heat up some spicy vegetable soup and add in noodles. Cilantro and mushrooms for garnish. I slurp my noodle. I wonder what kind of food he likes, the bear. It would be nice to cook for someone for a change. A proper dinner instead of these bachelor meals. On my way back to work, I make a detour by the window. He's still not there. Probably at work? I wonder what kind of job he has. A barista? Or something creative? Coffee artist? I finished perhaps 70% of the revisions. I sent an update to the client and get up to stretch a little. I noticed something in my peripheral vision. Is it Yoga Bear? It's him! He's back! I grabbed my sketchbook like a creep I am. I grabbed my sketchbook and started drawing. The next day, I wake up later than usual. I slept poorly. Various silly fantasies involving Yoga Bear kept me up all night. Oh my crap! Despite the lack of sleep, I feel alert, restless. Maybe it's the 2 cups of coffee yesterday. I take a shower. Visions of Yoga Bear follow me there. I make some coffee and take a sip. The taste barely registers. Oh gosh! Dude, you need a coaster for that. I stare out the window. The coffee gets cold. I check my email. The client approved the revisions. I'm supposed to deliver the final images by Monday. A reasonable schedule. I try to work for a while. The characters are the most complicated part, so I decide to work on them first. The character I'm working on ends up looking like Yoga Bear! I delete it. I find myself by the window again. I feel tense. A cold spring. There's so much energy inside of me right now. I should channel it as my work, but it's still hard to sit still. I need to clear my head. I decide to go for a walk. Oh, he went outside! I pace aimlessly around the neighborhood, particularly hoping to bump into him. The clouds are all round and soft, like he is. This is a waste of time! I return to my apartment. I make some cup ramen, but finish only half of it. By the window again, he's not there. I wonder what he's doing right now. Wonder if he's lonely too. I half-assedly work some more. I notice I've been drawing on the wrong layer for 25 minutes. Fuck! I finally decide to take the day off. I can afford one day off. Ooh! That's what he looks like! I wait by the window, drawing the bear from memory. What if he doesn't show up? Apparently not Titans in my chest! Oh, be still, my beating heart! Oh. And then, just like that, he's there. Holy fuck! Maybe the bear noticed him too, and he always goes out at the same time every day to see the same artist. My heart does a happy little dance. The knot dissolves. I begin to draw. Is this love? The next day, why? Why are you keeping me in the dark game? Damn it, this is getting interesting. What you want? Uh-oh. The music! It's evil! Anxiety! Taking a day off didn't help. I tossed awake in the bed all night. I lie in bed, kneading my pillow against my chest. I should get up and work. I don't. I can't believe this. I land my dream gig, and now I'm fucking up. And for what? A childish crush on a person I know nothing about? Maybe it's just a sophisticated form of procrastination. My brain trying to come up with excuses to avoid working on a stressful high-stakes project. Sounds like something my brain would do. Alright, time to get up. Take a quick shower. Make a big pot of coffee. Sit in front of the computer. I turn on the podcast and start blocking in the background. The characters require a focused mind, but This part is easy. All mountains and castles. I keep losing the thread of the podcast and turn it off. I work for a few hours while filling my empty belly with coffee. I'm going to pay for it later, but I don't feel like eating anything right now. I flip the canvas. We can discover hidden imperfections by mirroring the image. The paint didn't turn to shit! I flip it back. I guess I have enough painting hours in my muscle memory to do this sort of thing even with my brain turned off. So this is what it's going to be like. Waking up, enjoying uninspired pictures of fake worlds for the rest of my life for the profit of some soulless corporation. Wait, where did that come from? Is this what I wanted, right? Castles, dragons, wizards, and heroes. I've drawn this stuff all my life. Why? I grew up in a small town, 0 other gay people! I escape into fantasy worlds instead. I read all the books with dragons on the cover. They made me feel happy. In a world of dragons and magic, maybe gay people could exist as well. I drew those worlds and then my own worlds. I drew characters to become friends with and identify with and fall in love with. I showed those drawings to other people. They liked them. They actually liked them. It made me feel so happy, so loved. Love. I thought love was drawing cool pictures and getting praise for it. I worked so hard to turn that into a career, a life, and now I'm actually there. And it doesn't feel like love. It feels okay. Just okay. It feels, well, like a job. And the price? I live in a tiny apartment in a depressing suburb, too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. I eat mostly cheap carbohydrates. My back hurts all the time. My friends are all pseudonyms I don't even know the faces of. I've never been in a relationship. I feel weak. I should eat something. On my way to the kitchen, I pause by the window. Yoga Bear is there, and he's looking straight at me. Heart attack! I pull the curtain shut, like shh. My heart is pounding so hard it hurts. I feel like passing out, and all of a sudden Yoga Bear is like, breathe, damn you, breathe. Okay. A coincidence. It must have been a coincidence, right? The world doesn't revolve around me. He wasn't looking at me. He's just happy to be looking at my general direction. I peek through the curtains. He waves. He was waiting. He waves. I shut the curtains. I feel like vomiting coffee all over myself, but also really happy. What the fuck is this emotion? I part the curtains a little. He is wearing a relaxed, friendly expression. It helps me relax a little. I extend my palm into a painfully awkward way of like. He makes back in a cool, casual way. He's so cool. He mimics sketching with his hand. Hey, so he's seen me drawing him. This is so embarrassing. Holy shit. I generally pick up my sketchbook. He nods encouragingly. I sit down up at the sketchbook and pick up a pencil. My mouth is dry and my temples hurt. My hands are so slick with sweat that the pencil keeps slipping. He strikes a pose. What sort of yoga is this? With shaking hands, I draw the pose. He changes pose and I draw that too. Once more. Okay, there's no way this is yoga. What is going on? I look at the sketches. These almost look like alphabet characters. Some kind of code. AIB? No, that's an 8. 8? What? Oh my god! Is that his room number? AI8? A1? A18? Sounds like an apartment number. He's inviting you in! It is a new apartment number. I look up, he sees I've solved it. He smiles, and beckons with his paw. I bolt up! I break into a run, stop by the mirror. Man, I look like shit. Whatever, he's already seen me looking like shit. I scramble down the stairwell, out in the street. Bystanders give me weird looks. Whatever, my lungs are ready to burst. Whatever. I reach the intercom of this building. I hug my sides for a minute and try to catch some air. Breathing feels like inhaling razor wire. I'm so out of shape. Breathe! Okay. Good enough. I turn to the intercom. With trembling hands, I select A18. The longest 3 seconds of my life. A gentle male voice picks up. Hey, you made it. He sounds so sweet. Yoga Bear is all I managed to stammer out. My voice comes out ready and hoarse. Ah! I just call him Yoga Bear out loud. There's an awkward silence. I snort from the intercom. And then the laughter begins. It picks up in volume and starts to a deep belly shaking roar. It's contagious. I started giggling. He laughs even harder than before. We laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. It goes on for a full minute. He calms down enough to speak. Listen, I made croissants and wanted to ask if you'd maybe like to come and have some. Maybe show me some of those sketches you've been drawing. Croissants? My stomach grumbles. I haven't eaten yet. That sounds lovely. I managed to get out. He unlocks the door. I left myself in. No! No! That was not a sequel. That was just part 1. I want more. Bitin. The first part was bitin. I want more. I will not stop until I see the ending of this freaking thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with Bear Care. What happened? An unfamiliar alarm invades my sleep. Have I died and gone to hell? A warm, heavy mass shifts next to me. Oh, they slept together. I remember where I am. It's the opposite of hell. The alarm gets silenced. Grateful, I fall back to sleep. No dreams. The gurgle of a coffee. Oh my god, they slept together! The gurgle of a coffee maker. The scent of a fresh brew, my nostrils flare. My brain desires coffee. But my body demands rest. The body wins this round. I sleep some more. Ugh. A gentle paw caresses my cheek. Hodi puta! I rub happily against it. Hey, sleepy boy. I'm off to work now. My paw lifts. Wait, don't go. He grabs his hand. He's like, "Ew!" I try to will my body to get up, my mouth to move. But I'm still too groggy to do anything. See yourself out once you wake up. This is after the first part. They slept together. They had sex. Come back, I whisper. Too late. He's already gone. Feeling abandoned, I roll over to his spot. It's no longer warm, but it smells like him. Like, a lingering hint of pine. I hug his pillow against my chest. It comforts me, and I lull back to sleep. Wait, don't you have work to do? Harsh light paints the insides of my eyelids a vivid orange. Oh, it's the light! I force my eyes open. The light! It burns! I force my eyes open. Bright sunlight and fairies? Fairies! No, not fairies. Just regular dust motes. Nothing but bits of dead skin. When I was little, I refused to believe that. It was too beautiful to be something too gross. I tried to catch the fairies to prove they were real, but never succeeded. Everything felt so simple back then. I wave my hand through the dust, and the air current makes the motes swirl excitedly. Tiny particles of him and tiny particles of me dancing like fireflies. Okay, that is kind of beautiful. I laugh, a proper laughter of more than one syllable. I thought being always vaguely unhappy was just part of being an adult. But here I am, feeling happier than ever. And feeling more of an adult than ever. Can't believe yesterday actually happened. I squeeze this pillow to assure myself it's all real. There's strange chemistry going on inside of me. I feel like a shaken soda bottle. I feel like cotton candy. Is this what love feels like? Weird, but not pleasant. I stretch my arms across the bed. I'd love to just stay in bed all day. But I also need a shower real bad. I get up to head to the bathroom. What did you guys do? Did you guys have sex? Oh, right, I'm completely... yes, they did! I'm completely naked. My clothes are still where I left them there yesterday, scattered around the living room. They did! Hanging around nude in another person's apartment feels so real. It reminds me of the dreams where I turn up naked at school. I have an urge to cover myself up even though there's no one else here. I make myself not to. He was so confident with his body, clothes are not. I want to have that same confidence. Here goes. Nude and confident. Confident and nude. Anxiety. Self-consciousness. Oh, and he sprint. I sprint through the apartment like a naked anime ninja, like whoosh! I slammed the bathroom door shut behind me. I did it! Alright, perhaps not the most graceful performance, but I'm feeling pumped. I can do anything today. I reward myself with a steamy shower. I find a bottle of pine-scented shower gel. His scent! I rub the stuff all over myself like I smell like a forest now. I'm not used to smelling like anything. When I was a teenager, I made the mistake of using my mom's floor shampoo one morning. The kids at school wouldn't let me hear the end of it. I've been using unscented products ever since. Maybe it's time I got over that trauma. What scent would I even pick for myself? Coconut? Pineapple? Vanilla? I'm going to end up smelling like a dessert. Something tasty, I bet. Feeling fresh and unwrapped in the towel, I head to the living room. I find my clothes. The socks smell nasty and the t-shirt is drenched in a bitter panic sweat. I don't want to wear these. I'm pine fresh! Maybe I could borrow some of his clothes? Isn't that what boyfriends do? But you guys just met. Isn't that what boyfriends do? Boyfriends? That's what we are, right? That's... What? What? I have a boyfriend! Whoa, that was quick! That thought blows my mind. I whispered out loud. Again and again, louder each time. It feels amazing to say it. If I was a braver deer, I would rush to the balcony and shout it out at the top of my lungs for the world to hear. I'm ugly and I'm proud! I don't. But still boyfriend! I return to the bedroom, part the curtains to let in some light, and investigate the closets. The clothes inside are a jumbled chaos, like someone just threw them in without any thought. It's okay. Maybe he was in a hurry. Some people have other priorities than neatly sorted wardrobes. It's fine. I'm fine. I take out all the clothes and begin to arranging them by type. His clothes are much more colorful than mine. Maybe I should try wearing more colors as well. A bright rainbow catches my eye. Ooh, is he shirt? I pull it out. It's a pride tank top. I guess he doesn't mind people knowing. I wish I had that level of confidence. I tried the tank top on. It's way too big for me. It's like I'm wearing a dress. I'm feeling a little silly. I go take a look at the mirror. Sorry. Holy, dude. Shorts, Maria Blanca. Dude, you look toit. Nice. I do look silly, but also kind of cute. And he's nude too. I've been trying to be invisible for so long. I don't know what that real me even looks like. But somehow it feels like I'm on the right track. A thought strikes me. I hurry to fetch my phone. I take a selfie. I've taken a selfie only once before for my resume. I look so uncomfortable in that one. It was like a mugshot. Wow! Wow! Look at that! I love it! He's so cute! I look absolutely radiant in this one. I feel like I will be taking a lot more pictures in the days to come. I need to document this happiness. There's an unread notification. It's a message from my current client. They're asking for a status update. I'm a freelance artist. I'm supposed to deliver on Monday. Today is Friday. I'm so behind schedule. I won't be able to pay my rent if I fuck this up. I should feel anxious enough to die, but somehow I can't bring myself to care. All my priorities have completely changed. So what if I can't pay my rent? Then you'll be out in the streets. Hey look, it's a drill. I'll just move in with him. Ooh, asa, sure. I can do the cooking and the cleaning. I'll be his house husband. Husband? Hold on. Gay marriage is an actual thing now. Oh, wait. Oh, such a wonderful, wonderful thought. That'll be such a wonderful thing! Gay marriage is an actual thing now. We could really literally get married? The thought of marriage has never entered my mind before. And now I'm imagining it. Us walking down the aisle with our families watching. Ah! Oh shit! My parents. I'll need to come out of my parents soon. Seems like some things can still give me anxiety. Deep breaths. My mouth is so dry. I go get a glass of water. The cold water calms me down a little. The kitchenette is still a mess from yesterday's cooking. I wipe the stove and the countertops and start washing the dishes. Cooking together with him feels like something that happened a lifetime ago. Yet we only met yesterday, diba? He's my neighbor. A big burly bear of a guy. I saw him doing yoga on his balcony. I got a huge crush on him. Ooh, I drew sketches of him. Secretly, I thought. But he had seen me drawing and invited me over. I was so terrified and excited at the same time. He seemed captivated by the sketches. He asked me if he could buy one. I told him he could have all of them for free if he wanted to. He chose a few and told me he would frame them later. I was a little embarrassed. They were just quick doodles after all. Yet I was also very flattered. He likes my art! He asked me questions about me and my art, whether I'd gone to art school, whether I had held exhibitions. I told him I'm mainly self-taught, excluding some life drawing classes at the local community center. I didn't tell him I hadn't been accepted to any art school despite applying multiple times. I told him I'm a commercial artist, so my art isn't really suited for exhibitions. I didn't tell him about the weird things I've had to draw to make ends meet. He asked me if I'd ever drawn nude models. I told him most models at the live drawing classes were in fact nude. He chuckled and asked me if I'd be interested in drawing him like that. Oh! I'm sorry. I almost choked on my croissant. The guy I'm obsessed with asked me if I wanted to see him naked. After recovering, I told him I wouldn't mind drawing him one day. I tried to hide my fluster by sipping some coffee. He said he had no plans for the day and we could start right away if I wanted to. I sprayed the table with coffee. Wiping the table with a napkin, I explained I had burnt my tongue. I told him I was working on an important commission and would have to get back to work soon. That was true, but it was also an excuse to get out of the situation. I mean, what the fuck? The guy I have a massive crush on just asked me to reenact a horny scene from that movie with the sinking ship? But I couldn't detect any innuendo in his voice. What if he honestly just wanted to model for me? I couldn't tell. Nobody has ever flirted with me as far as I know. What if he was flirting, but I had failed to pick up the signals because I had zero experience? I was running mazes in my head and needed some time to think. We exchanged contact information and I excused myself, a blushing gay mess. Back at my apartment, I ran cold water over my head to calm down. It did nothing to cool my supercharged system. I tried to sit down in front of my computer only to jump up a few seconds later. I paced madly around my tiny apartment. I tried chewing on ice cubes. It gave me a headache, but it did nothing to bring me clarity. I stared at my phone, hoping he would message me, give me any excuse to talk to him again. After 2 hours of suffering, I couldn't take it anymore. I sharpened all of my pencils. I found a fresh notebook. I changed my shirt. On a second thought, I took a shower and changed all of my clothes. Chose the nice underwear just in case. I brushed my teeth. I did my best to style my hair. I hyperventilated. I then messaged him to let him know I had finished with work for the day. He told me he was in the middle of cooking. I told him I love cooking. He told me to come over. And you guys made what? He had spices cooking in butter on a big cast iron pan. The smell was amazing. I had only eaten 2 croissants that day. He told me we were cooking a curry. I helped him by chopping the vegetables. He told me the recipe was his ex-boyfriend's. Woo! Ex-boyfriend? He's into guys! I almost cut off my thumb in my excitement. He tasted the curry and then asked for my opinion, offering me the same spoon. And normally I would find sharing a spoon unthinkably disgusting, but sharing a spoon with him was more than okay. The curry was rich with butter and coconut cream, sugary sweet and extremely spicy. I asked him if he had any lime. He asked if a lemon juice concentrate would do. I told him to go for it. It worked out perfectly, the sourness counterbalancing the sugar and the butter. Tasting it, he made delighted sound in my heart, and my heart leapt with joy. My basic cooking skills had made him smile. Oh, and they got funky by drinking beer. He asked me if I wanted beer with my food. I only tasted beer once before and didn't enjoy it then, but I didn't want to be polite, so I awkwardly accepted the beer. It was very bitter, like something distilled out of grapefruit rind. I asked him if it was some sort of special beer. He gave me a curious look and said it was a pretty standard IPA, whatever that is. I pretended to know what an IPA is. Luckily, the spiciness of the curry masked the beer's bitterness a little, and I was able to sip some without grimacing too much. I hungrily shoveled the curry into my mouth until I recalled what would happen after the dinner. Oh my god, what happened? He would be undressing in front of me. Woo! They needed liquid courage and a little bit of Indian food. I no longer had any appetite. Eating became a purely mechanical activity. He seemed to notice my anxiety and asked me if I had a tough day at work. Without being able to without being able to look him in the eye, I told him he had guessed correctly. He empathized, telling me his work could be taxing at times as well. He told me about his job as a nurse at a chronically understaffed municipal care home. How he enjoys taking care of people, but how the lack of time and resources makes it frustratingly difficult. I tried to pay attention and sympathize, but my mind was elsewhere. A confused panic was rising inside of me. I felt totally unprepared for what was about to follow. I swallowed large lumps of rice without just stopping to chew. I was eating a lot more calories than usual and it was upsetting my stomach. I could feel the spices burning inside of me, mixing with the beer and the anxiety. I felt like throwing up. My hands were shaking so much I could barely hold the spoon. I decided I should drink more of the beer to relax a little. The smell alone made me dry heave. I put the can down. I didn't want to offend him by not finishing my meal. Without strenuous effort, I eventually managed to force most of the curry down my throat. I thanked him for the food and confessed that I had eaten a little too much. He laughed and said he was happy to feed starving artists anytime. Ooh! I re-swallowed the food that kept returning to my mouth as discreetly as possible. I asked him if he'd like to finish my beer. He was happy to. I had only managed to swallow a few sips. He suggested coffee, and unable to speak, I nodded. I closed my eyes and suffered silently as he busied himself with a coffee maker. Dreams come true. He set a cup in front of me and filled it up. I stared into the steaming black pool, wondering whether it should cure me or destroy me. I took an experimental sip, careful not to spill, careful not to burn my mouth. Freshly ground and full-bodied, it should have been delicious, but I could hardly enjoy the taste. The coffee covered the sour taste of bile in my mouth, but did nothing to ease the churning in my stomach. He tried to make conversation, asking about my thoughts on the neighborhood. He explained that he had moved here only a few months ago, so he didn't know the area that well yet. He said he had picked the location to have a shorter commute since his ex had kept the car. So you've been single for a few months then? I deduced out loud. It had sounded like a smooth line in my head. He sighed heavily. Yeah, I thought things were fine between us, but... He was staring out of the window, looking heartbroken. Ooh! I regretted speaking immediately. We were supposed to be having a nice evening together, but all I could do was to say thoughtless things to tear open his wounds. I started to apologize for bringing it up, but he cut me off short. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. He didn't look fine. Neither of us said anything for a while after that. I couldn't look him in the eye. My coffee got cold, barely touched. The atmosphere became increasingly awkward. He scratched his neck and asked if I was ready to get started with drawing. Holy! My stomach lurched. Please, don't vomit now, I begged myself. I nodded to him stiffly. I'm a professional. I can do this! I got up and took out my sketchbook and pencils. The pencils kept slipping from my fingers. I started dropping things when I get nervous. So, do you need any special arrangements? My poor brain drew a blank. Special arrangements? I stammered. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of a setup you need for life drawing. Oh! Feeling more in my element, I suggested we move the furniture a little to form a stage of sorts. I marvel at his strength as he effortlessly pushed the couch to the position I had suggested. I told him I would be sitting on the couch since I didn't have an easel with me. He would be standing in the patch of sunlight by the window. Here? Yeah, you look beautiful. That light! The sunlight looks beautiful! He chuckled as I simmered my embarrassment. I sat down on the couch, took a gulp of my cold coffee, and opened the sketchbook. I scribbled frantically on the first page, hoping to launch into artist mode. Yes, I had drawn nude models before, but that had been in a public space with a dozen other people around. But we were in a private apartment, just the two of us, and there was barely any distance between us. He interrupted my focusing exercise by asking if he should keep his mane tied up or let it down. The models saw at the live drawing class usually had their hair tied up to show their neck and shoulders. Ooh. This looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Fubar and the Pit of the Perilous Doom by Dogarth Goodboy. But I had grown up fantasizing about barbarians with long, flowing manes, and that had left me with certain preferences. Feeling heat rushing to my face, I told him to let his mane down. The image of him whipping his mane loose in the soft light of the late afternoon sun is forever etched into my mind. My wildest fantasy was coming true! I did not feel prepared. My heart was ramming against my ribs, my brain overloading, my stomach full of fire and acid. I guess I'll be taking off my clothes next. I tried to hide my blush by sipping some coffee. My hand froze in midair. Without my ceremony, he pulled off his shirt and dropped it on the floor. I covered my eyes from his powerful pectorals. My face glowed bright red. I forgot how to breathe. He started pulling down his shorts. I noticed his thumbs were hooked in the elastic waistband of his underwear. It would be all coming up at once. I just met you and now I'm gonna see you naked. I short-circuited like... My cup of coffee fell to the floor. The sudden noise unfroze my brain and brought me back to earth. We both sprang to action to clean up the mess. Luckily, the cup hadn't broken on the floor. It was easy to clean the vinyl. He threw paper napkins over the spill. I started frantically mopping it up, mumbling apologies. I kept my eyes on the floor, not being able to meet his gaze. He crouched down to help me. Our hands brushing against each other. He touched my hand! I jumped back on reflex like I touched a cobra. Back in my teenage years, I'd learned to avoid physical contact with the other boys. I didn't want to give anyone a reason to suspect I was anything but strictly heterosexual. I had never had the chance to unlearn that habit. He looked alarmed by my sudden reaction and panic-stricken expression. Look, if you've changed your mind, we don't have to continue, okay? He sounded genuinely compassionate, but underneath that, there was a touch of disappointment. I wondered how my reaction must have come off to him. Probably not great. I was making a mess of things and wanted to explain that he hadn't done anything wrong. Sitting next to him on the floor, I hugged my knees and searched for the right words. My throat felt tight and nothing came out of my open mouth. Where should I even start? I wanted to tell him he was sexy and that I might be in love with him, but that was way too bold for me to say out loud. I haven't even told anyone I'm gay yet. Well, internet friends, sure, but it's not the same. So much of my life had been spent on building up defenses and keeping secrets. But now those defenses had become a prison. Maybe they had always been a prison. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't utter a word. A dead end. I needed another route. But what could I do? Drawing was the only thing I knew how to do. Feeling lost, I grasped my pencil and brought my sketchbook to my lap. I held the pencil against the paper. This is my only chance. I will do this! My hand already knew what it wanted to draw. Oh, my body wants it. My mind's telling me no! But my body is telling me yes! The head of a deer, the head of a bear, and a single round and a wavy stroke in the middle. Whee! I held up for him to see. Hold it! I had added a simple heart shape between the two heads. He started at it, eyebrows raising. I stared at it, sorry. Is this how you feel about me? I nodded. They just met! A little? I said nothing. A lot then? His voice was full of warmth. It made my chest tingle. I blushed hard and my face sunk behind the sketchbook. He laughed. It was a kind, disarming laughter. I started smiling a little too. You don't have much experience with this stuff, do you? I said nothing. You shouldn't worry about it. It's not a race. You know, I was 26 when I had my first time. I had pretty lousy self-esteem when I was younger. I thought nobody would want me. Oh boy, was I wrong about that. He laughed and then smiled. Trust me, you're gonna find someone who wants you as well. Someone? Was he turning me down? Oh, lies! He was being kind about it, but he was definitely turning me down. I felt like I had been stabbed in the heart. Oh! I had spent all my energy in trying to figure out how to confess my feelings to him, and it had been all for nothing. I felt hurt and so very exhausted. I dropped my sketchbook and pencil and slumped against my knees. Hey there, buddy. You okay? I said nothing. Need a hug? A hug? When was the last time anyone had hugged me? I couldn't remember. I glanced at him and nodded. Come here, you. He picked me up by the armpits and pressed me firmly against his chest. I hung in his arms like a bundle of overcooked spaghetti. But his thick fur was warm and comforting, his arms firm and strong. I listened to his steady breathing and his calm heartbeat. His smell was manly, bare mixed with pine, intoxicating. I was filling up with energy again. I wrapped my arms around him and squeezed desperately. I just wanted to stay like that forever. You really like me, huh? I could feel his breath in my ear. It made me shiver. All I could do to answer was to hum an empathetic hum. He said nothing for a while, like he was thinking. How about we move on to the couch then? My knees are killing me. My heart jolted and I let go of him to lean back and look into his eyes. Had he really just said that? Just said what I thought he had? His eyes were gentle and his mouth curved into a playful smirk. I think a bit of fun could do good for the both of us. What kind of fun? Are you drunk? But we're not doing anything unless you talk to me first, okay? My entire body was quivering and my jeans felt uncomfortably tight. Was brimming with energy. I felt like I could do anything as long as he held on to me. I swallowed hard and brought my mouth to his ear. Please, I want to do this. I want to do this. Alright then. He lifted me up and giddy excitement washed over me. He carried me to the couch and sat down, planting me on his lap. He stared straight into my eyes, my heart raced, and kiss! So what would you like to try first? I had plenty of ideas. The gurgling on my stomach. No! Why did you stop? Why did you stop? The gurgling of my stomach wakes me up from my reverie. I haven't eaten anything since the curry yesterday. I'm starving. I would love to go pick up some groceries and cook something for him, but I'd be locked out of the apartment. Besides, I have hardly any money on my bank account. I explore my options. The fridge contains butter, milk, cheese, and a broad selection of condiments. 3 flavors of mayo? There's also the leftover curry and a solitary beer. The freezer contains ice cubes, a half-eaten tub of ice cream, and a bag of croissants. He served croissants when we first met. I have somehow assumed he had baked those from scratch. I guess the smell KitchenAid isn't the best setting for making pastries. Maybe we can move out to a place with a proper kitchen soon. The cabinets contain coffee beans, cookies, a box of cornflakes, and the various spices. There are 2 bottles of wine on the countertop for cooking, maybe? Now, what should I eat? I guess I could make some extremely cursed nachos of the cornflakes and the cheese. With triple mayo dressing. Or I could just eat the leftover curry. Just thinking about the curry is making me salivate. Curry, I choose you! I heat the curry and set it onto the coffee table. The aroma is making me dizzy with hunger. I dig in. Itadakimasu! It's even better than I remembered. Maybe I should give the beer another chance? Why not? I feel like I can do anything today. I opened the last can in the fridge and sipped the beer. Nope. Still nasty. Blech. I poured the beer down the drain and get myself a glass of water instead. I finished... sayang. What a waste. I finished eating and licked the plate. Excuse me. Satisfied, I lean back. My stomach feels full and at ease. Nothing like the acidic maelstrom of yesterday. My phone chimes. Is it from him? My heart beats a little faster, and it's the client! Yeah, it's the client. Fuck. I forgot to respond to their previous message. I can't really tell them the truth, can I? Sorry, I can't deliver on time. I was busy being gay. Okay, time to lie. Time to lie. I let them know that I'm having some issues with my computer, but that the problem should soon be resolved. I add that I'll be working through the weekend and they needn't worry. The answer is immediate and terse. They remind me that they need the files by Monday. I tell them it's not a problem. My hands are shaking. I wish my boyfriend was here to comfort me. Oh, boyfriend again. I miss him so much, it hurts. I always thought that was just an expression, but I feel actual physical pain like an addict in withdrawal. I want to call him to hear his voice, but he's at work. I guess I'll just send him a message. Can't wait to see you again. Hee hee, tee hee face. Heart ice emoji. Sparkly heart emoji. Kiss emoji. Okay, that's enough emoji. I had a rainbow made out of heart emoji. And sent. He doesn't reply right away because he's at work. I realized I never finished sorting his clothes. I go do that. I finished doing that. Still no reply. Oh, okay. I've washed my plate and finished cleaning the kitchenette. No reply. Dude, he's working. I vacuumed the apartment. No reply. I fidget aimlessly around the living room. This place looks pretty dab for a guy who wears rainbow shirts and grinds his own coffee. White walls and vinyl floors. No pride flags, no pictures, no plants, no carpets. Maybe he's minimalistic. Hardly any furniture either. And all these unpacked boxes. Didn't he say he moved in several months ago? It looked like he moved in yesterday. Except there's a fine layer of dust over the boxes. Same with the power drill I assume he used to set up the wall-mounted TV. Maybe he's been too busy to unpack? Feeling curious, I opened a box at random. I'm like a video game protagonist and checked out. Oh, those are dildos. He's toys. He's toys. The box contains framed photos, cocoon, and bubble wrap. Ah, he's family. I think this must be him. Aww. I think that's him in the gray t-shirt. He's so tiny. They look like a traditional family. I wonder how his relationship with his parents is now. He framed the photo so he can't be in too bad terms. I gently moved the family portraits aside. Holy fuck! Is that his boyfriend? Oh! Holy shit! Is he into the deer types? That's a moose! That must be his ex. An absolute beast! What if that's his type? The exact opposite of what I am. I need to get in shape. I need to get in shape right now. I start doing push-ups. Dude. I can't. I can't do even one push-up. How can I get in shape if I can't do even one push-up? I grab my phone and search for beginner-friendly exercise routines. Maybe that wasn't his ex. That was just one of his friends. The first hit tells me to start with 20 push-ups. It's a bagay, it was framed. I give up and go slouch on the couch with a tub of ice cream from the freezer. Ooh, B&G's. Ben & Jerry's. Cookie dough. It's the expensive kind with the ampersand in the name. Cookie dough flavor. I'm not accustomed to such opulence. The ice cream helps me to forget about my skinny arms and my annoyingly unresponsive boyfriend for a while. Are you sure he's your boyfriend? You guys just met. The lock on the front door rattles. He arrived! It's him! I abandoned the ice cream and dashed to greet him. I stopped dead in my tracks. He looked dead tired and not too happy to see me. You're still here? And what note are you wearing? Uh-oh. My anxiety! It has risen! And what note are you wearing? Oh. I can't explain. Oh, I kind of borrowed your clothes. I thought I'd wait for you here and we could continue where we left off last night! I want to wrap my arms around him, but his body language doesn't seem inviting. Listen, I didn't get much sleep last night and I had a pretty rough day at work. Right now, all I want is a long shower followed by hot curry and cold beer, okay? Oh. Shit. Okay, so I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that I kind of ate the curry. And also the beer is gone. That is also bad news. But the good news is that we now have the opportunity to cook something else today. Yay! Together! Oh, the fear in his eyes! He looks stunned. His stomach grumbles loudly. I guess he hadn't eaten lunch yet. It's our first evening together as a couple. A couple? Are you sure it's just you guys are boyfriends now, or you're just MU? Ano man? And I'm already fucking it up. Or if you're really hungry, we could just order pizzas. A pizza night! Yay! I'm starting to babble. I can taste half digested ice cream returning to my mouth. Oh my god, I can feel the anxiety. Fuck! He blinks a few times and he lets out a deflated sigh. Oh no, he's disappointed. Oh, you can see it in this expression. Alright, I'll go take a shower now and you can take care of the pizzas. Oh, and open a bottle of red. There should be some in the kitchen. Wine? With that, he disappears into the bathroom. My gosh, his first disappointment. Okay, I can still fix this. Sure, go ahead, buddy. I just need to order some pizza and open a bottle of wine. No problem. I rush to the living room and return the scant remains of the ice cream to the freezer. You know, you shouldn't have dumped all of the beer in the drain. You could just put it inside the refrigerator. Or put it in a bottle. I washed the spoon to cover my tracks. I hope he's not expecting ice cream for dessert. I don't want to upset him any further tonight. I then grab my phone to search for the closest pizza place that does some home delivery. I stare at the menu in dismay. This is going to destroy my budget for the month. I'll worry about that later. The relationship comes first. What sort of pizza will he even like? What if he hates olives or is deathly allergic to fish? Is he anti or pro pineapple? I consider the contents on his fridge. There was a lot of dairy, so that should be fine. Pizza margarita could work, but that's basically a light salad on a piece of bread. And he seemed like he was really hungry. Quadruple cheese, maybe? Quadruple cheese it is. I fill out the order. My finger hovers frozen over the confirm button. I won't be able to afford even the cheapest coffee this month. Or fresh food or any sort of protein. No coffee! I remind myself that the sacrifice is a necessary one. The relationship comes first. I press the button. A green check mark appears on the screen and a countdown on the estimated delivery time starts running down. Okay, that's taken care of. The wine next. I go examine the bottles on the countertop. What does he want? Toro Fuerte or Lacrima D'Angelo? Both seem to contain red wine. Which bottle should I open? A choice! Finally! A choice! There are two endings! Let's choose with care! No, choose with care. I attempt to analyze the bottles. Both have a fancy sounding foreign name. One contains 12.5% alcohol, the other 14.5. Is more alcohol better? I think, yeah, that's what he needs right now. Both bottles have a year printed on the label. One is a few years older. I hope that these are bottling dates and not expiration dates. There are no clues as to which wine could would go better with cheesy pizza. I choose the wine that is older. Wine improves with age, right? Okay, I'll need wine glasses next. I search the cupboards. Okay. I choose. No. This is for gin. Choose this, the middle one. I find three kinds: conical ones, tubular ones, and ones with a short stem and a large bowl. Choose with care, Jesus Cristo. Alright, what do I know about wine glasses? The conical ones makes me think of spice and olives. I don't think you're supposed to drink wine out of these. I think I saw the tubular ones at my parents' anniversary dinner, but I was too young to drink back then. I'm fairly sure my parents had champagne. I remember the bottle popping open and foaming all over the kitchen floor. Sabagay, I mean, usually this is used for wines, and sometimes it is for the gin. I don't know, the gin, some brandy. That leaves the glasses with a short stem. I select two of those and rinse the dust off. After that, I fill the glasses with ice cubes. Wine is stored in cold cellars, after all. Besides, all drinks are better with some ice in them. I then return the bottle, remove the seal, revealing a wooden cork. I've never opened one of these, but I do know you're supposed to use a corkscrew on it. I rummage through every drawer looking for a corkscrew. I can't find one anywhere. Maybe it's one of the unpacked boxes? He could be back any minute. I need to think fast. Use your hands. My eyes land on the power drill next to the on the TV. Oh no. No! A corkscrew is just a really low-tech drill, right? No! I pick up the power drill. I've used one of these before. Thanks, Grandpa. Kneeling on the... I am going to die. Kneeling on the floor, I place the bottle between my bare thighs and I'm aimed the drill at the cork. Alright, maybe not the safest setup, but I'm in a hurry. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear sweet floor. Besides, I'm an artist. I have steady hands. Beads of sweat are forming on my forehead. Oh god, the sweaty hands. You're bad at it. If my hand slips, that's it. I'm going to die. I'm so going to die. I did not think about it and just do it. I hold the neck of the bottle steady and press the drill down against the cork. I pull the trigger. The drill goes through neatly and effortlessly. Oh. Sweet. Feeling proud of my handiwork, I tried pouring wine out the bottle. Nothing comes out. The hole must be too... Hole? Hole? Oh no! He drilled a hole! He didn't took it out! I drill more holes on the cork until it crumbles away and into the bottle. Now the wine flows out freely, but it's laced with sawdust and bits of cork. No worries, I know exactly what to do. You do? Strainer? Grab one of the paper filters meant for the coffee maker. I balance the paper filter over a glass pour and pour wine over it as steadily as I can. I hear the bathroom door open and close. Oh my god, now this is socially awkward. I try not to lose my focus. I want to show him I'm a proper functioning adult. I thought I heard drilling. Oh, I had to improvise a little, but don't worry, I'm almost done. What on earth are you doing? Bits of cork got into the wine. I'm just filtering it up. The glass full of wine, I carefully lift the paper filter out. It collapses in the middle, releasing soggy cork and it bits of paper into the wine. He covers his eyes with his palm and then gently pushes me aside. I fucked up again. This glass is for brandy. See, I told ya. I told you it's for brandy. Oh, what do you usually drink wine out of then? Recently? The bottle? He sounds a little ashamed. It doesn't really matter. Let's go with let's go with these. The ice needs to go though. He takes out a tea strainer. He has that! And uses it to filter out the ice and bits of cork. He glances at the bottle. You chose the expensive sword then. Oh shit, I hope he wasn't saying that for anything. Honestly, I had no idea. If it's a problem, I'll pay you back. Don't worry about it. I have bought these for an anniversary that never came. He sighs! Why do I keep making him sad? He empties his glass in one go. Wine trickling down his cheeks. He wipes his face with his paw and absentmindedly licks the wine off it. He then pours himself another glass. He looks terrible. The pizza should be here any minute now. I try my best to cheer him up. Oh, now you're gonna drink wine. How fantastic. He nods and settles on the couch, glass in one hand, and stares blankly into nothingness. I sit next to him with my own glass, unsure how I should position myself. He's like a different person today. Not knowing what to say, I sip the wine. I swish it around my mouth. I've seen my father do this. I can taste blackberries, notes of prune juice, boots, vinegar, disinfectant, and I have the taste of sawdust. So this is fine then. In the expensive sort, apparently. I guess it's an acquired taste. I put my glass down. I put down my glass. Yes, sitting like that. So nice, so demure, so fascinating. A moment passes without either of us saying anything. The silence stretches. According to my phone, there's still plenty of time until the pizza arrives. I should say something. I clear my throat. Sorry. I mean, about all of this. I might have gotten a little carried away. It's just, you're my first boyfriend. He says it! And then what do you think the bear would say? You're my first boyfriend, and I'm just so... I interrupted with a loud snort. Did you say boyfriend? Delusional! He starts laughing. I don't get it. You guys just met! Did I say something funny? Yes, you did. I'm not your boyfriend! What? He laughed so hard he has to put down the glass. Uh, exactly. You guys just met. All of a sudden, boyfriend. Man, you're such a high in anxiety that you forgot that thing. It's his laugh, the deep guffaw I've come to love. But right now, it's the cruelest sound I've ever heard. Suddenly, my whole world is falling apart. He's not my boyfriend. Duh. He doesn't love me. Duh! It was just a fling. I'm just some pathetic guy he fucked out of pity. They did fucked. It was the beer talking. And I ate his food and threw out his beer and wore his clothes like some garbage version of Goldilocks. It hurts to breathe. I'm garbage. My arms are stinging. I'm shit. My body is shaking. He doesn't love me. I haven't cried since I was 12! I didn't cry when the bullies tore up my sketchbooks and called me names. I didn't cry when Grandpa died. I didn't cry when every art school in the country rejected my application. But now I'm crying uncontrollably. Every breath of air hurts. My face is streaked with tears and mucus. Ooh! I slide down to the floor and burrow my face into the cushions. Oh. Oh no! A powerful arms pick me up. He holds me tight against his chest like he did yesterday. He's trying to comfort me, but it only reminds me of what I've lost. I'll never feel these arms again. His chest, his lips, even the pine scent. Never, never, never again. I cry even harder. A desperate howling sound. Why? Why? Why did any of this happen? It had seemed as if some benevolent force was pushing us together, like it was destiny or something. Now it just seems so utterly meaningless and hollow. Just a stupid random thing that happens to a stupid naive deer. Why? My voice is so ragged it's barely audible. Why did you invite me here? He strokes my hair and says nothing for a while as if thinking, composing his words. Well, the truth is, I haven't been doing too good lately. My boyfriend, my ex, he died? When he left me, he didn't really give a reason, you know? Oh no. Oh no. And then let me guess. And you look just like him of the antlers and everything, so he wants to do the fling. Cause he just wants to have the touch of the same feeling. He just said it wasn't working out anymore. In other words, he's cheating. His voice has become monotone and emotionless. His paw is no longer stroking my hair. So, the first nights alone in this empty new place that didn't feel like home, I started coming up with my own reasons. His voice sounds a little hoarse now. He always cared a lot about his looks, you know? Always at the gym, always taking pictures. And he was younger than me too. So I thought maybe I just gotten too old for him. Too old and too ugly. Just dead weight. What? He thinks he's ugly? But he was so confident with his body yesterday. And anyways, he's super hot. I would kill to have big strong arms like these. And his ass, a real ass. He has a beautiful round buns where I have 2 slices of toast. I want to comfort him, tell him that he's not ugly. But I'm too exhausted, too weak. The only sound I can manage is a faint whine. Useless. I don't want to be useless. No, it can't be true. I could fly if I wanted to. With that little energy I have, I brush his chest with the tip of my finger. He squeezes my finger with his big paw to acknowledge my touch. I know, a stupid thing to think about, but you know, once something like that gets in your head, it's so damn hard to get it out. The guy doesn't have any closure for 7 months. Oh, I know that well. I tried jerking it out of me, but it'd always be waiting for me when I woke up in the morning. He's silent for a while, collecting his thoughts. Drinking wasn't helping, so I thought I'd try something else. My mom kept telling me to try yoga. Honestly, it didn't really feel like my thing. I would have probably given up on it. Then I noticed this cute guy spying on me, drawing. He squeezes my hand again. His voice is now full of warmth. It got me curious, gave me something new to think about. So I kept doing yoga and you kept drawing. Why would you choose to draw me out of all people? That's what I kept asking myself. I wanted to talk to you so bad. I wanted to know. So that's why I asked you to come over. And when I saw those things, they were such beautiful pictures, you know? It was like I was seeing myself through someone else's eyes. You made me look pretty darn good. He squeezes my hand a little tighter. Oh, I felt like maybe I wasn't so ugly after all. It felt good, real good. So that's why I asked you if you'd be up to drawing a nude picture of me. I thought it'd be like therapy, you know? And when I started taking off my clothes, you got all shaky. I thought maybe you had changed your mind. Maybe I was too ugly after all. Oh, no. I'm such a piece of shit. But then it turned out to be pretty much the opposite situation. Well, that was pretty flattering too. I can hear the smile in his voice. So I thought, hey, maybe the both of us could use a bit of fun in our lives, you know? I don't know about your generation, but gay guys my age tend to be pretty casual about sex. But I'm sorry I gave you the wrong idea. And I'm really sorry I've hurt you. You're a sweet guy, you really are, but I can't be your boyfriend. Sharp pain and let out an involuntary sob. I never had this kind of rejection before, and it feels so real. Look, I just got dumped by the guy I thought I'd be spending the rest of my life with. I'm still feeling pretty raw, you know? I don't want to hurt you again. And I'm not ready to be hurt again. Feeling desperate, I want to tell him I never do anything to hurt him. But all you can do is cry. But that will be a lie. I've already hurt him. The door buzzer blares. Pizza's here! Pizza! Save us, pizza! Lifting me gently aside, he gets up to answer the door. He soon returns with the box and sets it on the table. I can smell the cheese from here, like, cheese. What if he hates the pizza too? Oh, that'll be soul crushing. And if he's not my boyfriend, I want to get at least one thing right. One thing! I lie on the couch like a rag doll, observing his reaction. Does he like the pizza? He opens the box. It's cheese! It looks good! The pizza looks disgusting. Puddles of yellow grease dot the pale dairy goo. Dark patches of grease are seeping to the cardboard. What the fuck was I thinking? What's this? Triple cheese? Quadruple. Sorry. Hey, no need to apologize. I like cheese. Either he's lying for my benefit or maybe just maybe I got something right for once. You didn't get anything for yourself? That's all I could afford. Wait, you spent all of your money to get me pizza? I nodded and I nod, ashamed. He ruffles my hair. You should have told me you're tight on money. I felt bad for eating your dinner. Hey, don't worry about it. And I didn't even drink your beer. I put it down the drain. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have said that. And I rearranged your clothes. I made some room for mine? I don't know why this boy, man, the delusion, his first time. I mean, how does one react to that? And I ate your ice cream. He rubs his face. He rubs his face with both paws, like, and then bursts into laughter. Relax. I don't care about any of that. It must be it's not the depression talking. I think he's just tired. You look like you murdered someone or something. Now, let's eat and then I'll pay you back for the pizza, okay? At least see if you like it before making any promises. He tears a bite-sized chunk out of the pizza and pops it into his mouth. He chews pensively. His face betrays no emotion. He doesn't say anything, just tears around piece out of the pizza. He then presses it onto his lips. Onto my lips. I dutifully open my mouth to let it in. It's hot. Well, and cheesy. Delicious! The perfect comfort food. He smiles. I can't help but to smile back. We go through the entire pizza like that. Him tearing off pieces and feeding them to me and myself. And himself! When the box is empty, he leans back and lets out a satisfied sigh. He seemed to be back to his usually easygoing self. His glass is empty. I discreetly push mine to his side of the table. Not much of a drinker, are you? I shake my head. We sit in silence. He sips the wine. There's nothing left to say. It's time for me to go. I unfold myself and collect my things. Phone, pencils, sketchbook. I then sleepwalk to my clothes. I pull on the jeans and roll the socks and underwear into my pockets. I start pulling off the rainbow top. Keep it. Eh? It's too big for me. He gets up and walks up to me. He gently tucks them he gently tucks the hem of the top into my jeans. Looks good on you. Wear it with pride, okay? He gently lifts my chin up with his paw. A single hot tear runs down my cheek. My vision blurs. I guess this is it then. I won't bother you again. I avert my face. Goodbye! Hey, I know you're feeling sore right now, but if it's alright, I'd love to stay in touch. If I'm being honest, I could really use a friend. I feel numb, happy, hopeful, angry, sad. I feel everything and nothing at the same time. I left my forehead sink against his chest and then push against it. I can hear his heart. A friend. My first impulse is to leave and forget that any of this happened. Bury myself in work. Never talk to anyone again. Never get hurt again. I listened to his heartbeat. I thought I wanted a lover, and I guess I still do. But even just having someone in my life I could be insincere with. It sounds good. It sounds really good. But I can't. I step back. It would get complicated. Well, life is pretty complicated. Look, you don't have to decide anything right now. Take some time to cool off. You know where to find me. I nod stiffly and turn to leave. Hey, wait up! I'll pay you for the pizza! He fetches his wallet and takes out several crumpled notes. That's way too much. Just take it, for the drawings too. You need this way more than I do. I shake my head slowly. It doesn't really matter, I'm probably fucked anyways. He blinks. What do you mean by that? I skip work to spend time with you. I don't know if I can finish my assignment before the deadline. If I don't get paid, I won't have enough money to cover my rent. He rubs his neck. He seemed alarmed. That sounds really bad. You should have told me you're busy. I wouldn't have bothered you with all this. Love makes people do stupid things. Is there anything I can do to help? I don't have any plans for the weekend, you know. I shake my head again. What could he do? I leave without saying another word. The sun is low and the streetlights are coming on. The evening air is cool. The thin piece of pride around my chest isn't enough to protect me from the cold. I shiver as I walk the short distance to my building. I pause at the door to unlock it. The sun sets on a sad little rainbow. I collapse in front of my computer. What the fuck am I going to do? I need a strategy. I go through the contact looking for loopholes. The document focuses mostly on confidentiality and copyright. I'm no lawyer, but if I understand this correctly, I could technically deliver nothing but stick figures and they would still be legally obliged to pay me. Of course, upsetting this client would poison my meager career, and there's always the next month's rent to think of. But it's comforting to know that as long as I make some kind of an effort, I won't be homeless. I try to prioritize the work and focus on finishing the most important parts first. If you get the faces and the poses right, but people are surprisingly forgiving about everything else. Focus. You can do this. Just draw something and you'll get to eat. Why did I choose this life? I keep getting stuck on this one pose and I can't find any decent reference photos for it. I could try posing for it myself, but the character's a lot beefier than I am. Use the Yoga Bear sketches! What am I kidding? The character looks exactly like Yoga Bear. Feeling frustrated, I get up to stretch my legs. I end up by the window. He's sitting on his balcony with a bottle of wine in one hand. I hope it's still the one I opened. He sees me. He waves. Sudden anger flashes through me. I step away from the window. I turn off the monitor. And he went to sleep. I jump belly down on my bed, seething. I struggle to tear off the rainbow top and then toss it on the floor. Fuck! I'm so angry. I feel like I'm burning inside out. Angry at the world where I have to keep drawing stupid pictures or starve. Angry at myself for being dumb and useless and naive and ruining my life and my career. Angry at him for coming into my life, making a mess out of it. For rejecting me. For hurting me. For not loving me. My face is wet with tears. Oh, his first rejection. It's always the first rejection. Especially this is his first time, so he has to face the reality of life. Once you've learned to cry again, the tears come easy. I sink my face into my pillow and cry and rage. I think his tears is all of the bottled up sadness that he has all those years. I don't know what age he is right now, but he said he hasn't cried since 12, so I sink my face into my pillow and cry and rage. My brain feels empty and full at the same time, like my head is filled with white noise. I let go of the pillow. I sob in the darkness until sleep takes me. I lie trapped under a massive boulder. It's crushing the life out of me. The pressure is destroying me. I can feel my ribs giving in. I should do something. Cry for help? Lift the rock yourself? Oh, another choice! Lift the rock yourself. Independence or dependence? Curiosity. Lift the rock yourself. I tried to move my arms. They won't budge. My legs are stronger than my arms, perhaps. I focus all my energy into my legs, strain every muscle. My body is burning with pain from the effort, but I'm too weak. The weight too heavy. I give up and lie limp. If I stay like this, I will certainly die. But what can I do? There's nothing I can do. Oh, there's another one. Panic or despair. Panic or despair. Panic or despair. The choices. Let's do this. Panic! Panic swells inside of me. I'm going to die. My body shivers and then shakes, muscles contracting and extending into a desperate struggle for life. I'm going to die for real. There's a sour taste inside my mouth. This is it then. The boulder begins to rise. Something is removing the weight off my back. Warm sunlight. I can move again. A gasp for air greedily filling my lungs. It's sweet like freshly cut grass and cotton candy. I roll into my back and lie there, eyes closed until my breathing is back to normal. I open my eyes. I already know what to expect. It's him. Yoga Bear! And he's naked. He looks like a gummy bear. Of course it's him. He's there in all his magnificent glory, gigantic and wondrous, made of rainbows and fluffy clouds. He's looking down at me with kind eyes. White hot anger flashes through my brain. I get up and stare at him in defiance. I've never been this angry in my life. I feel it bubbling in my chest, pure, uncontained fury. Scream? I scream. My voice, 1,000 airplanes, a roaring hurricane. No words, only anger. I am powerful. I'm a force of nature. The raging air from my lungs pull apart the pink clouds that make up his body. He begins to shrink down and disintegrate until all that remains is him. Oh, so that's what he looks like. Okay. And I see him. I truly see him. Not an idea. Not the ideal lover, not a fantasy, but a person with his own flaws and worries and feelings. I see now I wasn't angry at him. I was angry at Yoga Bear, a fiction I had created in my head and imposed on this man. He smiles a little sadly and waves. I smile and wave back. He's gonna disappear? Wake up! I feel empty, but it's good kind of empty, I think. Like the sky after a storm has passed, or a table wiped clean. Clear. I feel clear. I know what I need to do. I grab my phone. I open the message app. Maybe I should wait. It's still early. Shit, I'm already making excuses not to text him. Creating distance. Distance has always been my go-to solution to every problem. Meeting new people is exhausting, so I avoid doing it. And that's why I don't have any friends. Dating feels scary, so I don't. And that's why I've been single all my life. And I'm doing it again. Avoiding, hiding, running away. But that's not what either of us needs right now, I think. I start typing a message to the bear. I compose long, convoluted messages and then raise them. I stare at the ceiling and sigh. A chime breaks the silence. Good morning! I can see you typing, you know. Shit! Flustered, I start typing back as fast as I can. Hi, sorry. Is this the client? Hi, sorry, this is super early and also super random, but I have a small art-related favor to ask. Just a quick reference photo and I can get back to work. Okay, wanna tell me about it over some pancakes? Pancakes? Wait, no, this is you! I thought this is the what the hell? Don't change like that! Pancakes? Yeah, you know, regular old pancakes, whipped cream and strawberry jam like my grandma used to make. A great hangover cure. So he did drink both bottles. I do need to eat something today. Sounds good. Yay. Okay, see you soon then. I pocket my phone and get up. My feet get tangled in something and I almost fall flat on the floor. The rainbow tank top. I pick it up. It reminds me of that selfie I took yesterday. I took out my phone to look at it again. It is a nice picture. I look so happy. I mean, I was happy. I was happy because I thought I had a boyfriend, because I thought I was in love. But I think it was something more than that. For the first time in my life, I felt like I could just be. I didn't have to worry about people finding out I'm gay. I felt allowed, accepted, welcomed, free! Maybe I don't need a boyfriend to feel that way. I pull on the rainbow top, tucking in the hem. It feels right, but also a little scary. I zip a hoodie over the top, just for now. Baby steps. I baby step my way down to Bear's building. There's a guy having a smoke by the intercom. Is that the ex? He stares at me. I freeze and avert my eyes. He's huge. It's the ex! Nice rainbow. With mounting terror, I look down. The hem of the top has The hem of the top has become loose. My rainbow is spilling out. I frantically stuff the top back into my jeans, face burning. He puts out the cigarette with his shoe. Then he begins walking up to me. I screw my eyes shut, ready to die. The sound of sneakers crunching against the pavement. He is right next to me now. His fingers on my collar. I know what happens next. I've been here before. I brace for the knuckles. I hear a zipping sound. I think it looks better like this. I open my eyes. His face is inches away from mine. Big brown eyes and an awkward smile. I follow his gaze down to my chest. Oh. The zipper of my hood is now half done and revealing a neat triangle of color. I'm too stunned to say anything. He suddenly looked away as if realizing that he has overstepped my boundaries. Is he around? Yeah? Yeah. He steps back and disappears into the building. A solitary cigarette, but the only proof that he ever was there. I stand still, waiting for my heartbeat to calm down. Did he just flirt with me? And he lives here? And he's kinda hot? I thought there were no gay people around here. But maybe they've been all around me all this time. I just didn't dare to look. Didn't dare to make myself available. There's a strange mix of emotion swelling inside of my chest. Curiosity? Who is this guy? Desire. Why do my jeans feel so tight again? Ooh! Pride. I am worthy of his attention. Hope. Maybe it's going to turn all right after all. I think I'm going to be all right. Wow. Thank you for playing. So thank you everybody for watching. My name's UkeKooki, signing off saying, have a great day. Mwah. I feel pride, and the coffee gives me power!